Live chat. Less than 10 seconds in. He remembered the live chat. To do the live chat. Press the button to do the live chat. It's an okay song. Oh, Saturday night. We're back in the shop and we're gonna make some dinner and talk about stuff. That's what we're gonna do. If anybody comes, well, even if they don't, I'm gonna make dinner. Oh, we'll see. Nobody so far. YouTube said there were people, but they aren't talking, so I have no proof. Paul's here. Just you and me. YouTube said there were a few. At one point it said, hey, Fearsome is also not here. Nobody. All right. With your fancy green name and your teal star. Look at you. Oh. What's going on, you guys? How was the week? I'm going to make simple dinner, but it'll be delicious. Pretty sure. Oh. Come on. Tell me what's going on. Peckerwood's here. It's not morning, okay? Get out of the future. Week kind of sucked, but at least it's the weekend. Hey! Oh, it's not my weekend. My weekend starts Monday. And not even that. I mean, it's a weekend because I just work on different things. I just work. You are Starman? That's a reference that I don't know until it's explained to me. Because you're in the future? Is that why? That's just geography, man. Cutting down cardboard, doing laundry, cooking a pizza, making a little photo collage of old table saw to post on the board at work. Hey, okay. What kind of pizza are you having? It's like that whole sentence, and all I got is like, what kind of pizza is it? What you putting on that pizza, my friend? Oh. Eric and myself coming for 15 hours. You're coming back in time 15 hours to yesterday. You kind of prepped 13 pen blanks today and a mesquite bowl blank, making them all tomorrow. That a guy? Yeah, batch and pens. They're not slim lines, though. He's too good for slim lines. Just sawed some plywood with little tenon saw. Always supreme pizza here. So it's got like mushrooms and peppers and stuff on it. Pizza night here too. Marv's having pizza too. Ham and pineapple. The Hawaiian pizza. Like homemade or Domino's or Little Caesars or what you got? Paul's making Gatsby pens. I don't think I've done a Gatsby pen. They announced Handworks 2026, and my package from Veritas came. Your Veritas package. I may have. It was Veritas Seconds sale week. And I did have some extra money. Extra money. Pizza here too. Hey, chicken bacon ranch. I feel like I should have pizza. I mean, what I'm making, no, it's not. I was going to say what I'm making could be considered a pizza. It's not, though. It can't. The pen I sent you is a Gatsby. Oh, I thought that was a Sierra. Is it's similar? Domino's because they offered free future emergency pizza. That's right. You sign up for the points. You could you sign up for the points you get 10 points every time you spend more than $10, and then you can redeem 60 points for free pizza. So, I mean, you might as well. Same thing, different transmission. Oh, okay. I snatched a hinge mortise plane on that sale at like 7 p.m. Completely unaware, but I have enough now. Come on. I accidentally I didn't want the entire box set with all the cutters. But I did at 120 off. And I did buy the router plane. I did. I'm not ashamed. I did buy the router plane in the wooden box with all the full set of cutters and stuff. Andrew McGee's here. Both use the same bushing and 2764. I have that one. I have a 2764 because that's the one that the Maple Leaf pens takes. I only have a couple of sizes. I do 7/8 millimeter, depending on who you ask, which one is me. And then I do 2764. And if I will do the majestic ones that Paul sent with its own special drill bit. Lucky I have zero interest in the custom planes because I have bedrocks. Okay. I mean, I wouldn't say that I don't have interest. I would buy them all. I would. But we'll start with the ones that I don't have. And we'll see how it goes. We'll see. The large rooter plane, far and away the best. I've heard good things. Like I said, I've wanted one for a long time. And I didn't want to have to buy the whole box with all of the things, but it was like 120 off, I think, at the second sale. So it's on the way. Chris Bexford just messaged me. Shut up. Got one of his last t-shirts he made a post about. Oh, look at that. That's cool. I'm going to start dinner. It should be a quick cook. But I'm hungry. Let's get her going. Back it up so you don't fall off. There you go. Something like that. We got the steak strips again. We've worked with these before. They're okay. They're fine. Little Fior, hashtag not sponsored. Chili oil. We'll do maybe half the pack. Yeah. Little Himalaya sea salt. Little cracked black pepper. And maybe a little garlic. A little garlic and a little titch of cayenne. Be a quick one today. These things cook quick. All the seasonings and oil and stuff all over them. There we go. Seasoned up steak strips. Let those go for a minute. What did I put that on? Yeah. 4 is good. Eric Hubba here. All right. To all the future people. I got a little bit, but not much, but at least some. At least they're back on the bench. The guitars are back on the bench, my friends. People of the future. They're in the future. It's tomorrow there. That's just science, Andrew. Oh. For a small percentage, you can tell you the lotto numbers. Man, that's not science. Oh, there they go. You hear them? They're going to be quick. Probably. You should probably keep our eye on those. They're going to be quick. Flip, damn it. Flip. That. That. We're making like a quesadilla type thing tonight. Quesadilla type thing. We do a fair bit of that in terms of cooking things. It's like it's like a taco burrito wrap thing. We like, it's a butter chicken-ish thing. It's a this is a quesadilla type thing. I mean, I guess you could call it like a steak quesadilla, but I'm gonna go with some Gouda. It's like a steak strip quesadilla with Gouda and chipotle mayo. This guy on. Transfer those over there. Give that a quick wipe without getting all of it. We want a little bit. Don't need much left in there, a little bit though. Down a little. Tortilla. The Frico Gouda. Never had this particular brand of cheese, I don't think. Imported from the Netherlands. Netherlands Gouda cheese. I'll just use them all. This one just goes in my belly. That's a pretty good cheese. Simple, but probably still delicious dinner. I do feel a little out of place not having pizza with everybody else having pizza. But you guys enjoy your pizza. I'll enjoy my quesadilla. I'm sure I will. A little spicy chipotle Hellman's. That's all it's going to take. We'll crispy that guy up just a second. You know, all melty and gooey. That'll be pretty good. I'm eating cheese and crackers. Hey, that's okay too. Nothing wrong with a good cheese and cracker plate. Had stir-fried rice noodles and chili beef. Hey, that sounds pretty good too. Everybody else is having pizza, apparently. If this was an actual restaurant, he would get a poor score. Well, yeah. I wouldn't be able to operate if this was an actual restaurant. There's no way that I would get prepping food in the presence of dusty machines and on a hot plate like with pans that hang on the on the wall in a workshop. Yeah, no, obviously. Yeah. Oh, that one's going in my belly too. I don't know that this is going to flip. Oh, yeah, it did. And eating directly off the spatula and then using the spatula again. I'm going to lick this. No, I'm going to touch the food. Hey, Mikey B, you're just in time for me to eat my quesadilla. We know how much you like it when I eat on the show. Steak strips and Gouda and chipotle mayo. In a perfectly safe, health inspected kitchen. offer to cook for you when you help him work on stuff. I have, in fact, cooked for Mikey B. We had barbecue one time out on the back deck. My volume button is working at 99 capacity. Just okay, good. Yeah. Yeah. That's gonna be delicious. Those are off. All right. Get ourselves a Mexican Coke. How did Mike Bennett become #1 after only like 2 messages? Because of the value that he added to the conversation. I don't know. Nobody knows how the points work. It was like one of the first things we figured out about that system is that we don't know how it works. This whole place is skewed to benefit Mike's. I don't have any control over the scoring, okay? You talk to YouTube. If you can get a hold of somebody. You let them know about your displeasure in the scoring system for live shows, top fans. If they were worth anything, I could see like, boo. But like their points have no value. They're just worth points. All right. Steak strips and Gouda Chipotle quesadilla. Oh, the screenshot for the thumbnail in case I make it into a video. Ready? Screenshot. Okay. Won't work. YouTube doesn't even care when you're paying them money. It's true. They don't care when they're paying you money either, by the way. Quit smacking your lips and flopping the finger. You know what, Mike? Nom, 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 nom. It's pretty good. It may not have needed the entire pack of Gouda. One didn't go in. Pretty good. Not my best, but for like 10 minutes or whatever that it took to make it, pretty okay. So gonna crop out that quesadilla and change what's in his hand. That's how you want to spend your time. Yeah, I'm not in charge of how you spend your time. Cheers. Tasty beverage, tasty food, tasty friends, and yeah, good day. My pen is not working. You should have made a better pen. Did you make the pen? Did you purchase the pen from a handmade pen maker, a boutique artisanal handcrafted pen maker? Or is it a crappy, like, bought it out of a store pen? What is it? It's a slim line. Maybe it is. Might be. Is it one of mine? Is it one of my pens? That'd be pretty funny if it was actually like we're making fun of it. I don't remember if you have one of my pens. I think you might. Is it my pen? They're the shop stools of the pen trade. What? I want to know what else is going on in Mike's life. You seem bubblier than usual. I got tickets for Rush. I didn't, but that was funny. I don't know. I'm in a pretty decent mood. Nothing. I don't think there's any reason. I'm not stupid broke right now. Like, that's nice. I have like a little padding. Not like, oh, let's go spend money willy-nilly, but like I don't have to check my bank account before I go to the grocery store to make sure I can get what I want. So that's nice. But well, just a pretty okay day. I'm happy to be back working on the guitars and like making progress on something. I've made quite a few start to finish things on the lathe. And like, I mean, we talked about this before about how like I am always in my best mood. I'm always in my best headspace. I'm always best emotionally when I am creating and being creative in some capacity. And so I'm in a pretty good place in terms of that aspect. So I don't know what Facebook group we're talking about. What did I miss? Oh, don't block whoever that was. Oh, Bennett. Somebody, the dull men's groups on Facebook. I don't know what that is. I go on Facebook for 12 minutes every couple of days. And then I scroll for I go and then I see if I have any little red notifications. And most of the time, even those are stupid. And I scroll and I go nope. And then I close it. It's probably less than 12 minutes even. Because it's just it's ad and then suggested for you, and then an ad, and then it's suggested for you, and then one of your friends, or a buy and sell group that you're in, and then ad, and then suggested for you, and then suggested for you, and I don't care about any of that. If I was interested, I would follow it. So I counted one time, just so I was curious, and I was I wonder how many things on my feed I'm actually interested in. And there were 4 things that I was either actually following, or a group that I was in, or a friend of mine posted something. There were 4 of those in the first 35 things that I had no. That place sucks. By working on the guitars, do you mean that you brought the parts into your shop and set them on your bench? I almost mean that. I did do a little bit. I radiused the fretboard on this guy. The purple one, now the radius is on the fretboard, and I shaped the neck with my spoke shave because it was still a little thick. So I did a bunch of spoke shaving on it to thin it down a little bit. I broke the edges on the headstock and stuff. So then this neck got some more work done on it. Use Facebook Purity Chrome plugin. Well, first of all, I don't use Chrome because that's for idiots. I click open the app. I see that nothing in the top little while is actually relevant, and then I close it. And I was whatever. Did you use it? Facebook sucks. Yep. You can get your dose of random irrelevant stuff. That's right. Once a week here on the show, we can just do irrelevant nonsense. Did you use the radius blocks I sent you? Yes, I did. I'm using it says 9.5. I'm not doing compound radius on these ones. I'm using the 9.5, which according to this, which who knows how accurate this is, but the 9.5 block that I was using is actually just a little bit more than 10 on this. Or a little bit, I guess, less than 10. It's a little bit shallower than 10 on this is the 9.5 block. And it's good. It's a nice, I looked at it. It's a fine radius for a guitar neck. or it's something you have already purchased. So the ads, but no, not generally. Not generally. It's like groups that it thinks I might want to join, or ads for products that I really have no interest in, or pages of people that I don't care about. For some reason, I don't know what his name is. Somebody Swole, like Joey Swole or something, keeps popping up. I'm like, I don't know who this is. I think he's a gym guy. Like why? Clearly, I should be following a gym guy. Come on. I will be honest. I do enjoy those guys from, I think they're either Australian or New Zealanders. They're either Kiwis or Aussies. And they do skits. And I don't like all of them, but sometimes I'll watch them. And they do like video game skits, like sort of D&D video game style ones in like the little town, and they're adventuring. And they have some of the skits, they have like an electronics store, and they're working at like sort of a Best Buy kind of a joint. Do you know these guys? I don't remember what they're called, but it's like a comedy troupe. I think they're New Zealanders, and they work at like Tech Town or something in some of them, and then in other ones they're like in like Warcrafty kind of video game worlds, like getting quests from NPCs and stuff. They're not, generally, I don't find them wasting my time when I watch them. They're okay. Like high praise. Eric says they're Kiwis. I don't mind them either. Yeah, they're okay. I'm not gonna like go to their page and watch a bunch of them or something, but like if I go to Facebook and I see them, I may click if I have a couple extra minutes, and I'm usually not pissed off that I did. I know those guys, but I don't know their names. They pop up in my shorts sometimes. Viva La Dirt League. That's them. That's them. Yeah, like the Tech Town. Rowan, I want to say, is one of their names. And one of their characters is like Barry the Garlic Farmer or something. Like they're pretty okay. I love VLDL. Voldel. That's what we'll call them. We'll call them Voldel. Nice day for fishing. Yeah, those guys. And then sometimes there's a girl involved, and it's like everything gets awkward. And it's pretty funny. Oh, that was a pretty good idea. straight steak strip and Gouda quesadilla thing. 7.6. That's pretty good. That was pretty okay. I could do another one of those. I'm not going to, but I could. All right. So, now what? You guys want to radius this other guitar neck? The one that we're actually supposed to be building live on the show? We could do that. Maybe I'll have a smoke. And then we'll radius this other guitar neck on this guy. Because this one's a little bit looser than I like it. It goes in there pretty easy. That's a nice line. That's crisp on the back side of that. This guy. We've been making this one live. If you remember, when did we stop? We put this one away. When's the last time we worked on this guitar? This one we've been making live on the show. I want to say like February. Purple Heart maple. With Purple Heart fretboard, spalted maple top. Your wood has shrunk. That's what she said. I don't think it's loose enough that it's going to cause a problem. This one's nice. This is the Purple Heart top. Walnut, Purple Heart, maple body. This one's a nice tight joint. With the Purple Heart maple walnut neck with the rosewood fretboard. Indian rosewood, I want to say. That one lines up nice too. That's a nice tight fit, that one is. This one is for the video release. That one is we're making live on the show. We just kind of like put a pause on it for 8 months or so. I'm gonna have a smoke. Maybe we'll radius the Purple Heart fretboard because we're making this live on the show. And we got the radius block sitting right there. And the Moxon vise is up and already set. Yeah. We'll get that radius. And then this week, I'm going to get the pickup cavity routed in this. I'm going to get the electronics cavity templated. I'm going to drill the holes for my bridge, my Tunematic. And I will be, by next weekend, this one will be ahead of the live show one next weekend on the live show or on a special edition live show, depending on how I feel. We'll get that one caught up to this one with the electronics cavity and the bridge pin holes. I don't know terminology. Bridge pin holes? The holes for the... I had a request today to do an 8-string telly with a B bender. That sounds stupid. An 8-string telly with a B bend. That whoever that is somebody that I don't want to hang out with. That person sounds pretentious as shit. That person enjoys the smell of his own farts and thinks that other people should also. Pretty sure. Wow, I'm being really judgmental. I have no idea who this person is. And I shouldn't be that way. Be better. Be better, Mike. DJ Better, how are you doing? I've always been interested in woodworking. Me too. Well, not always. I don't think that's accurate to say. I've only been interested in woodworking for like a decade. Maybe a little over a decade. He's in a band, then proceeded to tell me how he was sponsored, etc., etc. And he passes out cards with his Instagram account on them. Yeah. Yeah, he sounds great. Don't make that guitar, dude. That guy doesn't deserve that guitar. That's not nice. I don't know this person. I don't know this person, but I'm just from their guitar order. I kind of don't like them. Don't be better, Mike. Nobody keeps track. Well, I'm trying. Like, I think we should all try to be the best people we can be at any given time. And that feels very judgmental, but at the same time, accurate. You know what I mean? But I'd like to try to tell myself to be better. I think it's important to once in a while tell yourself to be better. We can always be better. And as soon as I said it, I recognized that it was super judgmental. But I stand by it. Like, I'm pretty sure. Wearing Crocs in the shop means vacuuming my socks after coming back in the house. Why? Art creativity has always helped me. We were talking about that earlier. We were talking about Marv was like, I don't know what's going on in Mike's life, but he seems bubblier. And I attributed it to having more. I'm always in the best place emotionally when I've been creating and being creative. And so I've been doing a fair bit of that compared to sometimes. And that's probably why I feel like a little better. Are they safety toe Crocs? Yes, because he's also doing things by the book or whatever. Like my kitchen over here that's perfectly health inspected. Also, was that Paul that said that? Because he shouldn't be talking about... No, it was Tom. The sawing stance involved my foot being way back to avoid the plywood dropping. That sounds like bad sawing stance. You're going to hurt yourself not standing right. Also, why are you dropping shit on your foot? Stop dropping shit on your foot, and then you don't need the steel toes. Idiots. Why you gotta be dropping shit? I only wear socks when I'm riding my motorcycle. I wear socks all day, every day until I go to bed. But I've said it before and I'll say it again. New socks, fresh out of the pack. You guys know that when people go like I'm not going to tell anybody when I win the lottery, but there will be signs. For me, it'll be like I'm wearing new socks every day. And I'm giving my socks, we talked about it, I'm giving my socks away to like shelters and stuff after I use them once. But I'm wearing new socks every day if I ever get filthy rich. I only wear socks when I'm riding my motorcycle. Sounds like the start of an SNL skit. Is that show funny anymore again? Is it? I stopped watching it. Well, I don't have TV, so it doesn't matter. But I stopped watching it long before I gave up TV because I didn't find it funny anymore. In probably, I don't know, 20 years ago. I think I stopped at right after, I want to say like Tina Fey. When Tina Fey and that batch was like the last one that I watched. And even then, not like all the time. I could do another one of them quesadillas. That was pretty good. SNL has become too political now. I think it always was. I think it always was pretty political. Dana Carvey doing Ross Perot was awesome. And I think, who was doing Bush? He was good. Was it Phil? No, I don't think it was Phil. Yeah, that might have been Dana Carvey too, actually. Phil did Clinton. I think Phil did Clinton. What did I see say? Something about socks. New socks out of the pack are the best. I know. I agree. And brand new pillowcases. Brand new pillowcases. Brand new socks. Like I said, I'll give the used worn one time socks to like charities and shelters and recovery houses and stuff. But like, nope, new socks going on my feet every day. I have to toss socks that get thin. Concrete floors at work. Wearing best boots I can get. Danner and Keene. Want to try Blunderstones. I don't know what those are. Red Wing, I've heard good things about. I would like to buy like a really good pair of footwear, but I can't. I don't know. I could, and there are times when I could afford it, but can't justify it. I buy pretty good. When it comes to footwear, I buy like pretty good. I've spent a lot of years buying like cheapo shoes and boots and stuff. And now I buy like pretty good. Like I'm wearing Timberlands right now. They've been going for a couple of years. New socks every day. I'm talking about if I ever get stupid rich, that'll be how you'll know. Well, you won't know. But when you start seeing me online, like looking for places to donate once used socks, it's because I'm only wearing them once. Because I'm rich. Let's radius a neck. How can I put you guys over here somewhere? Hold on. It's not going to be very exciting for you guys, probably. Actually, now that I think about it, this is not really going to be that exciting. but it's woodworking. Get a freshie. Actually, I did a relatively decent job when I was just radiusing this with my hand plane. You can tell that I'm Yeah, it's pretty close to 10. On this. Like I said, I don't know. Don't know how accurate this radius gauge is, but it's telling me that it's giving me a 10-inch radius. And that's pretty. That's good. Then I could go. Where is. I'm not getting this one corner right here, but you know what? It's like the least important part of a fretboard is right there. So I'm putting dust over in my kitchen again, you guys. It's not sanitary. Yeah, beauty. Couple of grits. And this one doesn't need any more thinning, shaping. The Purple Heart one was still a little fat, so I had to make a bunch of. Had to make a bunch of these with the spoke shave. Yesterday, I want to say the day before. So this one is another step closer. Post holes for the bridges. Electronics cavities in the back still needed. This one. This one still needs its pickup. So this one's a little bit behind that one, but it got closer to caught up, and it's going to pass it this week, hopefully. So a walnut, Purple Heart maple with Indian rosewood fretboard. There we go. Easy peasy. Board handcrafted woodwork is here. What seems more efficient? I quit using radius blocks on my builds a few years ago. I have a set of radius router bits that do it for me now. Yeah, sure. Yeah, if you like loud and obnoxious. It seems more efficient. I don't know. It's fuck. Have you ever heard a router, Marv? If I could ever do the job a router does without having to turn on a router, I'm gonna do it. They just scream. It's gonna look gorgeous finished. I think they're both gonna be really attractive, but who knows if they'll sound okay. I don't even care. Like, it's I'm making them because I like making them. And if they happen to sound pretty okay, then that's good too. I'd love to build a guitar. I've built one. These are numbers 2 and 3. A Scottish one from last week. That's right. I remember. And your kid woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning or whatever. That's why I wear hearing protection. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. I don't want to have to deal with that. Philip McCavity. I like it. Y'all need the Grizzly radiusing belt sander. But I don't, though. Guess why I'm here again? Because your kid woke up. That kid has terrible parents. You're supposed to be in charge, my friend. Tell that kid to get back to bed. Canadian friend of mine is in Scotland right now. I would like to go to Scotland. I think I would enjoy that. I would bring my golf clubs. Would I? Or would I just rent? I'd probably rent. I'd rent, but I would absolutely be golfing. Marv, didn't you go play? Did you play or did you just go? You went to the old course, didn't you? I thought I remembered you saying that you were there once. You didn't play, though, did you? A little town just over the English border in Dumfries. One of my favorite things is using a handsaw to cut walls for router plane. Are you spelling it like that on purpose? To clean out rabbits or dados. That's cool. My daughters are autistic and nonverbal, so it's kind of difficult. Oh, okay. I guess you can't just be like, get back to bed, yo. Yeah, I get you. That's tough. We're just doing all we can do is the best we can do in this life. I've been to Glasgow, Edinburgh, I think. In Invergary, St. Andrews. Lots of driving. It's a lotto system to play the old course. You just run faster. Grab a 6-iron and a ball. Like, you're going to get a couple shots before they get you. At least you'd say I took 2 shots at St. Andrews. Like, they're not going to murder you. Like, you're. Grab a ball and a club and go happy. See, just grab a ball, grab a club, hit 2 shots before they get to you. I did steal a few blades of grass from behind the 18th. Come on, you'd do better than that. Like, you could have, if you stole blades of grass, you could have at least made a shot. You could have played a chip shot from there. And then, think about how rad that would have been, Marv. You drop a ball, you play a chip shot from wherever you got that grass from, and you hole it. That's I hold a 40-yard pitch shot at St. Andrews. That's all you have to say. You don't have to say, like, the whole story about how you got tackled and abused by security. You just like, actually, that would make it a better story. Holy smokes, it just started pouring rain. That's not nearly as good a story. I mean, I believe you, but okay, fine, I'll go back to St. Andrews. God, yeah. And bring a wedge. Just bring a wedge. If you can get close enough to 18, the 18 green, if there's nobody on it right then, just drop one out of your pocket. I played at St. Andrews more than once. Shut up. On the 3, okay. Oh, yeah, I mean, I've played it too on video games. Here's a question for the golfers. Like 3 or 4 of us, maybe. If you could only play if you only got 1 round of golf left, but you can pick anywhere. Did I just ask a question that I can't answer? You only get 1 more round of golf, but it's going to be perfect conditions. It's going to be whatever conditions you want it to be. And you get to play whatever course you want under whatever conditions you want, but that's the last round you get. I don't know if I can answer that question. I mean, it's got to be Augusta. I think it has to be Augusta. That's tough because I've always wanted to play Pebble. And I mean, there's a lot of nice golf courses. Harbor Town, Bethpage, Sawgrass. Like, I mean, I think it has to be Augusta. Yeah, I don't know. How much time do I have to think before I have to make my answer? Because I think it's probably Augusta. Because I want to see, but there's the other question. Do I want my last round of golf to just absolutely kick the shit out of me? Like, do I want to shoot my last round of golf to shoot like a buck 40? Do I? I don't think I want my last round of golf to shoot 140. I think I'd take Augusta too, but I would want it to look like it looked before there was rough. Yeah, I mean, no, I don't lose. We all win. We're all winners here. Can I pick one hole from 18 golf courses? Because I'll pick 7 at Pebble. I'll pick 17 at Sawgrass. I'll pick a bunch at Augusta, probably. If golf isn't even, if it's a sport, and so is baseball. I feel comfortable calling golf a game then, if we're gonna do it that way. If we're gonna say golf is as much a sport as baseball, then I will call them both games. I played in Augusta last time we visited my wife's sister. It was a boring little course. Get the damn ball to go through the clown's mouth. Nah. Is that not like calling ice hockey a sport? First of all, you don't need to call it ice hockey. Okay. Hockey is absolutely a sport. Football's a sport. I'll even give soccer the qualifier of sport, or football to the rest of the world. Baseball, I will not assign the moniker of sport. Too much standing around, not enough doing. Do over here because we have grass hockey and ice hockey. Yeah, but hockey, you have hockey and then you have field hockey. You don't need to call it ice hockey and field hockey. That's like, we had this talk about steak, right? Like, steak comes from a cow. If you get a steak from a moose, you call it a moose steak. But steak is like general, I guess, depending on where you're from, I suppose. Maybe in a place where field hockey is the more prevalent of the hockey, then you would use hockey to denote field hockey and then put the prefix ice on hockey when referring to the other one. Can't do this again. We will do it. This is my show. We will talk about baseball being shit anytime I want to. A moose steak is when you do something wrong. Yep, only if you do it wrong, not on purpose. If you do it wrong on purpose, it's not a moose steak. Right? These are going to be very attractive musical instruments. Oh. What else can we talk about? Who else can we offend? I got a few good moose photos this year. They're probably not as good as waterfalls. The Dutch. Oh, let me tell you. What? What's with all the flowers, you guys? Why you got so many damn flowers? And fucking windmills. Like what? And that, like, really good painters. Really good, like, well, how'd you guys come up with really good painters and flowers and windmills? That's all you got. Fucking Rembrandt. Like, come on. Wait. Yeah. Why am I questioning myself? Rembrandt was Dutch, right? Researchers. Pretty sure. And wooden shoes. That's true. Lots of places have wooden shoes. The average price for a one-bedroom unfurnished apartment in West Vancouver is $2,700. Yeah, that sounds about reasonable, right? Rembrandt is Dutch. Yeah, see? I knew things. I'm pretty good at knowing stuff sometimes. For some reason, I was questioning myself, though. I'm not really sure why. He was good, though, that guy. He was... I mean, he was no Caravaggio, but he was good. It's okay. He's not going to be offended by that. He's dead. Smoking off camera again. Yeah, well, just over there. I mean, Van Gogh was also Dutch. Yeah, but he wasn't very good. There, I said it. He was okay. The art major is coming out. I started in fine arts. Started in fine arts, went into the art history, went from art history into history, realized I liked writing about history more than reading about history, went into writing. Oh, geez. Art history class would have been my art history section of my education would have been like 2001. To anyone 2001 and 2002-ish, kind of. On a separate note, I bought a sharpening system. Can we take a field trip to your system so I can ask questions? I mean, I guess. Maybe after my smoke. Mikey B has returned because I'm done eating. I'm going to make another quesadilla just for Mike. Van Gogh cut off his ear. It's true. Yep. Forgot who that was. That's who that was. He did the Starry Night. And many other things, but I would say that's his best known one. Okay, what do you want to know about the sharpening system? What'd you get? Don't talk food. It's 3:20 a.m. and I'm impressionable. I could eat. You missed a damn good quesadilla, my friend. Fried up some steak strips. I made a quesadilla with steak strips and Gouda and chipotle mayo. It was good. I'm listening from here on in domestic duties. Okay. We'll talk to you again next time. The jig I bought is by Charnwood, but basically it's the Wolverine system and Verigrind. Okay. And what would you like to know about its use, I guess, or whatever? Crap, there's a Canucks game on right now. Oh, no. It's like, what, 10 games into the season or some nonsense? Who cares at this point? They play like 80. Sean McGill! Just said you got here just in time for people to leave to go watch Canucks or whatever. I don't know. Just got back from the mainland. Oh, off gallivanting. Set up, I think I got, but the Verigrind and setting the gauge angles. Gouge angles. Okay. So the way I do it, let's go. Okay. Hold on. So this is my bowl gouge. I don't know what that angle is. And I don't care what that angle is. What I do, I don't know if you can see it. I've got a block of wood there with a hole in it that is to a depth. And that depth is consistent because it's a hole. Where is my Verigrind jig? It's over here. So I set this guy in here, and the way that you're not going to be able to see. So I put this in the hole and it bottoms out, and then I set this to that depth. And now that distance there is the depth of that hole. Right? And then I have this thing set. I've got a line marked on my post for where this lives. And now I put that in there, and then every time I do it, it's exactly the same. So it's not important what that angle is necessarily, or what this depth is, because you can get used to any bevel angle. What you need to do is get it the same every time. That's why you have this whole system, is to get it the same. So as long as this is a consistent depth, so you're setting this at the same depth every time, and this is the same distance away from the wheel every time, then every time you go back, you're putting the same grind on your tool. So once you get these two things set, that's giving you a grind that you like, now they live there, and it's the same every time you go back. And all I do, like literally, when I go back to sharpen, I let that spin up for a second. I let it actually get up to speed, and then I turn it off, and I go. And I'm back to work. So that's how I do it. What distance is the V block from the wheel, and is that important? It's only important in that you put it in the same place every time. Once you establish what your grind is that you're using, now that's where it lives. You can change it if you want to change the grind that you're using, but the idea of the system is repeatability. So you can always get back to the same grind that you're used to and you like. So I have it set to that. It's about 40 degrees-ish, but I don't know what it is. And once I set it to what I was doing, and I just go to that every time, and it's repeatable. I have two marked spots for my roughing gouge angle isn't the same as my smaller gouges. I have a spot that's marked VG for the Verigrind. Everything I do with the Verigrind gets that one. I have a spot marked S for my spindle gouge, because that one is just a straight shot instead of a swoopy swoop. And I have one that is set for a bowl gouge. I don't currently have a bowl gouge that is using that spot, because I have since moved to the Verigrind. But I could use that spot. The leg on the Verjig, does that move for different tools? Yeah, no. What? The leg on the Verigrind? Like on the thing that holds the... Where'd I put it? I lost it. It's gone forever. I put it down and it's gone forever. No, it's over here. Like this angle on this guy is set to the middle notch. Again, I don't think the where you put all of your things matters, as long as you like the result that you've gotten from where those things are set, and then don't change them. Unless you want to change the settings of everything. Like, does that check? No, this has never moved since I set it up. It's on approximately the middle notch. I think it is on the middle notch of the little indents. But like I said, once I got it set and started using it and realized this is a spot that I like, now I don't change anything. And it's just repeatable. I go back, I go zip, 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 and I'm back to work because it's all set the same every time. But that's me. Like, there's no right answer. It comes with a paper guide that tells you what the angles would be. I think, yeah, but I don't know that. I might give you like a starting point, but I think I just did that. If you want what the actual starting point for me is, the depth of that hole to set the depth of this is ruler. I had a ruler out here earlier because I was marking things. Here. About 2 inches deep on the hole. The bar is set at about 4.5 inches out from the base. But you'll find what works for you, and then now it's locked in, and you can get it every time. Some of my gouges came with Verigrind settings as well. Neat. What did you do 6 months ago before you set up the Wolverine? Well, the Wolverine itself has been set up for a while. A couple years? No, over a year. Before that, I just freehanded. I used the regular tool rest, and I just went and tried to get it repeatable. And it just rested on the tool rest, and I like eyeballed it to, okay, that's riding about flat. And then I just started doing this. And I got sharp, but it wasn't repeatable for me. I didn't get I didn't do it long enough to get good at being repeatable. So I like knowing that when I go back, I'm getting the same geometry every time. Andrew Andrew just set me Wolverine jig up last night. Used my video. Hey, right on. I don't know if I would. It's risky listening to this guy. Like, does he know what he's talking about? Who's to say? I don't typically talk like a pirate. Yeah, you do, matey. So far, you're 100%. Do you use Varigrind for rough and gouge or the plate for that? I don't use a rough and gouge. So if I had one, like a spindle rough and gouge that would, yeah, I probably would not use the Varigrind for that. Actually, I would just, in fact, I would probably glue a block at 90 degrees on the regular tool rest to rest my gouge against so that it was square, and then I would just pivot it. I would rest it against the block, and then I would just twist. If I wanted that flat sweep for a rough and gouge, that is how I would get it. Freehand is how they would have done it at some point in the past. Much of the past. I don't know when the Wolverine jig got invented, but gouges are new from the factory, M2 cryo, so they can be changed. All gouges can be changed. You can remove a whole ton of this metal if you want. Just the more times you reset it to a different shape, the quicker it gets shorter. But you can change these all you want. You could buy a couple different of the same gouges and set them differently. Fun? What's fun? Use sentences with your fancy teal star and your green name. You can't just be like, do you put a relief bevel on your gouges? Only when I don't get the settings right. If I don't quite hit when I'm resetting my post, if it's not sitting at exactly the VG line, like right now, I don't know if you'd be able to see it. It's slightly different than what it was. As long as I'm getting to the edges. Not intentional. No, I know there are some people that intentionally like rub off the back of the bevel. I don't bother. I'm not a turner, you guys. I do some turning. I do a fair bit of turning, but I am a woodworker who also does turning. Like, so I am not like, I wouldn't call myself like the go-to source of information on this. I will tell you what I do. I'm happy to share what I do, but well, there probably is right way. No, there isn't. Whatever is working for you. Whatever works for me, I will tell you. It might not work for you, and you should ask somebody else, and then maybe their way will work for you. If you're enjoying the show, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and then smash the... That's how rough and gouge is done on the Wolverine. You put the handle in the notch where you put the Varigran. And that's what the other notches on the dealie are for. The other notches on the posts are for if I want to sharpen something without this action and just this action. Those other notches are for that. A bunch of us discovered you because of your turning incident and the subsequent unboxing of the Laguna lathe. That's fun. So people discovered my channel because I hurt myself with my lathe. And then I hurt myself with my driveway. So that's like the two reasons that people found me. Cool, I guess. Like, did you find him because he hurt himself with his lathe, or are you one of the people who found him because he hurt himself with his driveway? It's about half and half. There's no wrong way to eat a Reese's. I think there probably is. But don't forget the patreon.com/wooden things and stuff. That's the best way to financially kick in a couple of bucks to help me out. I'm the driveway flavor. Yeah, there's a good number of those. That video, I would never have seen that coming. Honestly, it kept going. I was like, if Bennett's still here, he'll probably remember. Like, I kept sending him, like, him and my buddy Seth, like screenshots of the numbers, and I was just like, what the shit is happening? Why are people like, it's like 100,000 people watched this? Like, what is going on? 200,000 people? What is happening? I found you in a different video. Hey, let's do a poll. Let's find out where did you find me? Why did you find that I exist? Both had you making positive changes in your life. I mean, that's true. That's true. The lathe incident made me realize I need a better lathe. Or no, well, the lathe incident made me realize, like, maybe you should, like, pay better attention to what you're doing and maybe, like, get some fundamentals instead of just stick the sharp piece of metal in the spinning thing and focus more on what you're doing and maybe buy a better lathe if you want to do this. And then the driveway, yeah, that's... Laguna lathe, yep. Couldn't believe how fast it climbed. Yeah, I know, it was like, it was doing, well, it didn't go immediately though. Like, it went pretty okay for a couple of days. Like, it was one of my better performing videos. And then all of a sudden it just like started going, and I was like, I'm not sure what's happening. Jack sent you? That's good of him. YouTube loves sorry videos, cancer videos, terminal illness videos, and quitting videos. The I quit YouTube, they love those ones. Turning your first pens and bottle stoppers. Oh, okay. That's good. Which one is the driveway? The one where I smashed my face. 744,000. I know, it's nuts. 744,000 video views on that. Like, that one's, yeah, it's nuts. I'm gonna have myself another Mexican Coca-Cola. I'm feeling like treating myself tonight. I'm having two. I'm having two tonight. I'm feeling. Sure found you from a video talking about depression and woodworking way back. Maybe. I may have had a talkie at some point about how getting into woodworking helped keep my mind occupied, or maybe the one where I taught, maybe like how I got into woodworking, and I was talking about my need to recover some of my artistic and creative that had gone from my life over the years, and needing to get it back, and woodworking fulfilled that. There was a video like that at some point. Why I make things and why you should too, or something, maybe. That's a long time ago. So $59. That one paid okay. 740,000 views. I made over $1,000 from that video. Subway last week, glass bottle Coke tonight. I know, right? These guys are $8 for 4. I ship them in from Mexico. Look at me. Oh, thanks, Tim. Thanks, Tim. Mm-hmm. For reminding Mike to hit the like button. Is that? That's an insane price. What is? $8 for 4? For $2 a pop? That's pretty okay. It's a delicious once in a while beverage. Like $2 is. Beer was more than that. And I was crushing 15 to 20 of those at a time, my friend. Those are for special occasions over here. Normally we buy cans or plastic bottles. I buy plastic bottles of Coke Zero as my regular pop. I buy the 4-pack of the Mexico Coke glass bottles for a special treat. And tonight I'm having 2 special treats. Because I deserve it. But it tastes so good. That's right. It tastes how you think that pop should taste. Like the first time I tried it, I was like, this tastes like how pop feels like it should taste. If that makes sense. Like it tastes like when they invented pop and we're like, damn, that's a good bevy right there. Minus the cocaine. Onlyfans.com/Mike's Jarred Farts and stuff. Yeah, I like that. Never had Mexico Coke. If you can get your hands on it in Scotland, it's it's good. It's the best of the Cokes. I'm craving the Hank's orange cream soda. Oh, nice. That sounds good. If you weren't here for when I tried the orange creamsicle Coke, that's better than it should be. I haven't had one for a while, but I was drinking those pretty regularly. It was vanilla orange Coca-Cola. It was good. Buy a guitar from me and I'll drop a few in the package for you. Nice. Nice. Good salesmanship there. You buy a $2,000 guitar, I will give you a couple of these Cokes. Diet Coke is my vice. I don't like aspartame as a sweetener. I think I like it better than stevia as a sweetener, but I don't like the flavor of I don't like the flavor of the sweetness of aspartame. Not all stevia is equal, I found. Well, I haven't had any that I liked. That's just science. That's not science. Oh. Yep. That's going to be nice. Which one do you guys like better? The purple top or the maple top? Spalt maple top, purple heart, fretboard, purple heart maple, or purple heart top, Indian rosewood, fretboard, walnut, purple heart maple. I can't decide. I don't even know which one I like better. Going back a page, copper top. I see. And then you wonder why you don't have any friends, Paul. Yeah, going back a page, you did not have a router plane at all. Nope. I mean, I have my buddy Tyler Peterson's mini one. It's just little. An old woman's too set up with wood. No, I just have never needed to use one. I mean, there are times when I could have used one. But no. Chisels. Purple heart. One for purple heart, one for maple. I like the maple one, but the purple heart guitar is a better looking rig overall. It's the walnut that's doing it on the back, isn't it? I think the top is less interesting on the Purple Heart. Like I feel like it's just the Purple Heart top is just kind of like it's book matched, but it's fairly straight, plain grain. Whereas the maple top is gonna be special looking. Yeah, it's the walnut. And I think I prefer a darker fretboard too. Maybe once it gets finishing on it and stuff, the Purple Heart one will be darker, but I don't like maple fretboards really. I think dark fretboard is better aesthetically almost all the time. Sean would be worried the Purple Heart won't hold up to being a fretboard. I am not at all concerned about that. Purple Heart is plenty hard enough for a fretboard. I think Purple Heart's harder than maple, isn't it? I don't know about the specs. Somebody look up. Researchers! Janka hardness. Hard maple versus Purple Heart. I mean, the short answer is I have no concerns. But now I'm curious. Got to get off my ass and finish the wingy guitar. It's probably pretty. It'll get weird coloring because of how it changes color with UV light. Your face is going to get weird coloring here in a second. What? What? So you're worried about the discoloration being uneven because it's going to get worn in certain areas? Maybe that'll look rad. We don't know. Purple Heart is significantly harder than maple. With Janka hardness 2520 compared to maple's 1450. 2520, really? 14 for maple. Purple Heart is 1860. Oh, okay, hold on. We've got significantly different researching here. Paul says Purple Heart's 2520. Andrew says Purple Heart is 1860. Which maple is a good question. Let's go with the hardest of the maples. Acer something. Acer. It might look fine. It'll absolutely look fine. Considering I'm going to finish it, I'm going to play it once, I'm going to hang it on the wall and never play it again. I think it'll probably hold up pretty okay. Like, let's be honest. It's going to get tried once, and then it's going to hang on the wall. And then maybe I'll let my buddy Seth try it once, and it'll go back on the wall. I don't foresee there being a problem wearing it down. I think it's 1630. and like cherry is like 900 or something. You need to build yourself a telly. It's in the works. It's in the plans. It's not on the whiteboard because it's a next year. But if I wasn't ever going to build a telly, why would I have gotten those templates? Eh? Just to have you have to send a box? Like, it'll be funny. I'll get them to make me these templates that I'm never going to use. I mean, I guess that's what I did with the... No. You sent those blanks of... That was your idea. Because you collect stuff from me that you never use. You're not wrong. But I also use a lot of the stuff. It's your own fault. If you for send me so many things, there's only going to be a certain percentage of them I'm going to be able to use in a reasonable amount of time, Paul. I'm not saying to stop sending stuff, but it's going to take a while to get through it all. It's not going to be... It might. I was going to say it's not going to be next year that I use that pipe bender thing, but it might. It's not going to be on a guitar, but I do have a couple of other ideas to use that pipe bender thing for some like artsy things. Disregard wood database says 2520. See, and that's pretty hard. But Sean thinks that it'll discolor weirdly because of UV. Have you turned it on to make sure it still works? Nope. I mean, Sean, you keep it up. I'm going to make your damn bass guitar out of Purple Heart. It's going to have Purple Heart fretboard on it, and then you can find out. It's not. I already have the fretboard for Sean's bass. Power it up and stick your tongue on it. Or I could not do that. It will patina differently. The Purple Heart fretboard on your bass will absolutely patina differently than the Purple Heart fretboard on my guitar. Because you might use your bass. No, Sean's bass is Indian Rosewood, I think, is what I got. Purple Heart looks great when it turns brown. Still a very subtle purple tint. I've seen it turn like not fire engine red, but like burgundy red. And it looks cool. I've seen it go a few different colors, different shades of different colors. Mike secretly stains Purple Heart purple so it never turns brown. I don't know the last time I stained anything. White. I mean, turnings. I've stained some bowls like blue and maroon and stuff like that. Purple. But no. I have used purple stain. Now that we say, I mean, it was dye. As long as the base isn't made of pine. It's not going to be made of pine. We do need to talk about, relatively soon, we need to talk about what it's going to be built out of. Because I'm thinking, personally, I'm thinking about doing sapele and cherry again, like Dawn, except swapped. So it would be a cherry body with a sapele top instead of like Dawn is a sapele body cherry top. So I'm thinking we just swap those guys and we do a sapele topped, cherry bodied, cherry and sapele laminated neck with a rosewood fretboard. Mainly because I have a lot of the I have a lot of cherry and sapele. But at one point we were talking, I think we were talking about like walnut and copper or something. I remember vaguely. And I looked into like sheets of copper because I think I was gonna make the pick guard out of a copper sheet and then patina it and like ding it up with a hammer so it had cool textures and stuff. Sheets of copper ain't cheap. And also, I'm not convinced that would look great. I'm more fearful of the bloodwood stuff I made fading. It looks great glued up with light colored maple. I think bloodwood is supposed to, I don't have a lot of experience with it. I have a piece somewhere that my buddy Mikey B got me for my birthday one year. But I've heard it said that it's the wood that keeps its vibrant color the best over time. There's a reason people steal it. What, copper? You're supposed to be giving me your thoughts on the wood combination that I just gave you for your bass guitar, is what you're supposed to be doing. Bad news. You have microplastics in you. I knew that. Wait, are you talking to somebody else? Archipegius. Yeah. There's microplastics in tea bags. Yeah, there's microplastics in the world. And then that's how they get in you. I have sheets of copper if he wants some, and a few strips and some rods. Do I want some? Like, I need a pretty good size sheet though. Like, it's not cheap. Why you got a bunch of sheets of copper? I used copper for a pick guard on a Strat once and used vinegar to age it. That my idea. I was thinking about doing some like vinegar and some pounding to like make like a texture on it and stuff. I just feel like it's not the place for that. If I was gonna do that kind of pick guard, I think I would want to do it on more of like a rusticy kind of guitar, like made out of fucking pallets and dung. I don't know. Like, I don't want to hear your ideas. Use your artistic vision. That was rude. If you don't care, I'm going to just make it. I need antioxidant plasticant. Sounds like a Harry Potter spell. Antioxidant plasticant. I don't know what to tell you. I'm a woodworker. And I paint a little bit. I made a pen out of copper once. It turns on a lathe, but you have to use carbide tools to do that. Yeah, and you don't sharpen them because that's... Okay, this is smaller than you're going to need, I think, but please don't use the copper on that guitar or either of those guitars. You don't get to please. I was gonna make a copper pick guard to put on a wall in your head. Picture a copper pick guard on a walnut guitar and tell me that in your head that doesn't look cool. But then when you think about it, when you follow it along and you think about what copper does over time, it gets less cool. It can't be the only copper accent, but yeah, it would look. Well, it wasn't gonna be the only. It was gonna be the pick guard, and then maybe like a line in the control knobs, and maybe like the um, truss rod access cover. It was good. It would like copper accent. In my head, I had thoughts, but I don't think I'm gonna go that way. Use carbon fiber in a maple guitar. These ones aren't getting any pick guards because they don't need them because they're never going to get played. Machine heads question mark. Black. Black, black, black. Like my soul. All the hardware on your bass is already determined. I bought all black. Black bridge, black machine heads, black pickups, black, black, black. And maybe I'll just pick through the racks. Maybe that'll be the start of the video, just picking through the racks and deciding on the spot. And we'll just let it happen. Just let it happen. Like black brass on my guitars. Black and brass. I mean, there's combinations that work, right? I'd learn to play guitar if I had a copper on walnut combo. See, you say that, but it shouldn't matter. If you're gonna learn how to play guitar, just grab one. I mean, I guess it would force you if you had a really nice guitar, like handmade guitar, a boutique artisanal handcrafted guitar, and you just left it on the wall and never learned to play. Yeah, we glitched. Yeah, don't have a really nice guitar and then never learn to play. That's yeah. Okay. But Paul, how many guitars you got, Paul? How many artisanal handcrafted boutique guitars do you have, Paul? Hey, everyone, let's shame Paul about how he still hasn't learned how to play guitar. 5 I made, 2 I didn't. You have 7 guitars. Bourbon Street Tricone matte copper resonator guitar looks good. I've never been a fan of resonator guitars. It's just not my thing. You talking about me, Ibanez, sitting back there? I had fun for a while and still want to try. I mean, wanting is a good first step. If you want exclusive content, that's a good point, Tim. I hadn't even thought of that. This is a really valid point that Tim has right now. I love it. I'm bad at it. So I like that other people are better at it than me because I am just not good at promotion. There are a lot of woodworkers who buy the tools and never learn woodworking. Well, then they're not woodworkers. They're tool buyers. Leo Fender never learned to play. Sure. But how many did he keep for himself? Look where that landed him. G&L Guitars just got bought by Fender and then shut down, I think, didn't they? Didn't Fender just buy them just to close them? If you're enjoying the show, don't... Yes, also do those things. And if you're not enjoying the show, why are you still here? Be kinder to yourself. You deserve to be kinder to yourself. If you're not enjoying this, go do something else. Like, be kinder to yourself. We all need to be a little kinder to ourselves. Wiener woodworkers. I feel like I'm only a half a step past that. Like, I got a lot of tools that I don't use. Like, I've gotten by this long without a router plane. Am I going to use it? Yeah, once in a while, probably. Am I going to use it 400 and whatever dollars worth? Maybe not. Like, I wish I knew how to make the like and subscribe buttons glow. I think they do that when I say those words, don't they? Isn't that a thing? If I say like, does the like button glow? I thought I heard a rumor that was a thing. And if I say subscribe, does that, I don't know. I can't see the buttons. Can only hope that they buy Waldrop guitars. Ooh, Fender? You want them to buy out your company and then shut it down? Be kinder to yourself is advice we can all use every day. I agree. I am trying to be kinder to myself and to everybody else. I think being kind to each other and lifting each other up is a better way to live than always looking out for number one. And being all about me is not how I want to go through my life. Be kind to yourself and be even kinder to each other. YouTube is testing a feature that automatically makes the subscribe button glow when the word subscribe is mentioned in a video. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. If I was better at this, I would know that, and I would have a lot more people here. There's only 12 people here. More people would be watching this, and I would be making more money from this. And I don't know that I'd be having a better time. I'm having a pretty good time doing it. Sometimes it's a little disheartening, but I have the medium and small Veritas router planes too. I don't want all three. They're really cool, but I barely use them. Got them used too after stocking the bay. Stalking the bay. I don't know what that means. Maybe because you're already subscribed. Oh, maybe if you're already subscribed, why would it tell you to? Why would the button glow? Maybe that's why. Yeah, good point. We are glad you're doing it, Mike. I am glad I do it a lot of the time. A lot of the time, I am glad that I do it. I will admit, there are some soul-crushing aspects to this. not hanging out with you guys and being live, but like the video production side of things and the amount of work that goes in to creating things that just nobody gives a shit that you did is like sometimes it's a little bit I try not to let it get to me, and most of the time I succeed. But sometimes, man, I wish more people were like that. My golden rule is treat people how they want to be treated. I wish more people were kinder. Yes. Yes. Agreed. I look forward to Saturday nights. I look forward to Saturday nights also. Just the video that I did for the GGBO was enough to let me know that I don't want to do videos for YouTube. No, I people ask me all the time, like, should I start doing it? And I have to say no. I have to be honest and tell people that unless you just want to do it for fun, unless you think it'll be fun, and if it's not, you'll stop. Don't do it. Don't do it to try to make it some kind of business or profit generating thing or for fame and or just like it's not worth it. Unless you're having fun doing it, don't do it. I also prowl the bay and sometimes peruse the bay as well. I've sat on the dock of the bay watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. I left my home in Georgia, headed for the Frisco Bay. I get that 100%. Wish there was a way to get more folks onto your channel. Only if they don't suck. I don't want garbage people here. Like I want good people. If I could just pick and choose like 100,000 good people to like watch my stuff all the time, that'd be great. I don't. You get bigger, and then the more people watch, the more shitty people watch too, because of just like that's how numbers work. And yeah, would love to do a Let's Build a Guitar series, but no, I hear you. Nate, what up, my friend? Another Australian. Yeah, what is it with me in Australia? I love it, but it's a little bit odd. I gotta say, like a third of the people in this chat room right now are from Australia or something. It's like it's cool, but it is weird how much love I get from Australia. I normally only watch on TV, but thought I would say hi and thank you for putting yourself out there. I help dogs and people communicate better. You know, dogs and people communicate better between them. Like you help dogs communicate better with people and vice versa. That's cool. That's a cool thing to do. I'm glad you're here, my friend. Eric Habakawaka has like a dog rescue facility or something, I think. We are attracted to good dudes. I mean, there are people all over the world who like decent people. It's cool. I like it. I got North America. I got like one guy in Scotland. And then there was an Irish fella here last week too, I think, or Wales, maybe. And then like a bunch of people in Australia. Let's go. I don't care where you're from. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what left, right, blue, red, brown, green, yellow. If you're cool, you can hang out and have a good time with us. Don't be shitty, and we'll get along just fine. As long as you aren't garbage. Yeah, basically. Just don't be a shit person. And we'll be cool. Everything will be fine. Virginia, USA. I don't know if I've had a Virginia. Have I had a Virginia? Maybe not. Cool. It's our afternoon time on Sunday. Yeah, Eric's always talking about like what he's making for lunch. And how he's getting paid for watching because he's at work. But don't tell his boss. 150 tail positions, 50 licks. I run a rescue here in the mountains. Once dogs figure out what we want and we know their actions, it wins. Sweet. I got all those colors tattooed. Hey, I don't. I have one. Dog carer for a few dog rescues. Oh. I thought you were running like a dog hobo property or something. Like some kind of sanctuary. I don't know why did I think that you were running some kind of like dog sanctuary? I'm gonna smoke again. And then we'll think maybe about getting this wrapped up relatively soon. It sounds like Nate runs some kind of dog sanctuary in the mountains. Also, where are the mountains? Like I don't think I knew that Australia had mountains. Where are the mountains? Dog sanctuary in the mountains sounds like a pretty awesome place to be. I'm gonna be honest. Except for the giant spiders. Because Australia. Dog sanctuary in the mountains sounds pretty rad. We have up to 12 dogs at a time. So you have a fucking dog sanctuary. Like if you're fostering 12 dogs at a time, I call that a dog sanctuary. We have mountains that even have snow. Like all year round snow? I did not know that. I didn't know that Australia had like perma snow mountains. Great Dividing Range, whole East Coast. I learned a thing. Nobody ever talks about the Australian mountains. The dogs eat the spiders, right? No, I think it's the other way around. I'm pretty sure that like that's who Eric and Nate are keeping the dogs from. Like they are taking refuge on their properties to avoid being eaten by the spiders. Winter snow. Okay, so not year-round snow. Not big mountains that like never melt. Perisher is famous. I can learn things too, you know. Skiing Perisher is on my bucket list. I don't have a skiing bucket list. I gave up skiing after I paralyzed myself on the side of a mountain. That's not true. I skied a couple of times after that. More snow than the Swiss Alps. Well, not if it isn't always. If it isn't always snow, like if it melts off the mountain, then it. Speaking of snow, did you get your snowblower tuned and ready for winter? I don't live in that part of Canada. I live in the good part of Canada. The good part. The good part. Did you hear him? Did you hear him say that? We don't get a lot of snow here. I'm on the west coast on an island called Vancouver Island, and we'll get snow a couple of times for about a week at a time, usually. Like we'll get a dump sometimes in December, but usually like we'll get a week's worth in January and a week's worth in February. And it's like not a big deal. People freak out. Like the town shuts down because nobody knows what to do, but it's pretty funny. Wolf spiders get bigger than your hand. I've seen the huntsman's. Did people send me? Eric's got a pet huntsman spider that lives in his house. It's named Pete or some shit, and it's like the size of my planer. It's like Steve? Maybe Steve. Sent me a picture of it. I was like, the thing would, like, if that jumped down off the wall, it would fucking crush my toaster. Like, was kind of funny. Last year's snow week including, I like that, last year's snow week including seeing Saanich police cars in the ditch. Nobody knows what to do. I mean it when I say like nobody knows what to do. There's like everybody you see driving around, they're either going slow as shit because they're scared, or they're going. You know that they're going in the ditch because of how they're driving, and then there's like a dozen of us that like this is not like everybody just get your head on straight. Like, what are you doing? It is a wet, heavy snow, though. You got to admit, like it is. It is thick and heavy when it comes. It's not the light, fluffy stuff that you get in other parts of Canada. I'm used to seeing feet of snow on the ground. I grew up in Saskatchewan, and they plowed the street. They plowed the streets into the middle of the street because you can't plow them off to the side because people can't get out of driveways and shit. So they plowed it in the middle of the street, and you couldn't see the traffic on the other side of the street because of the pile of snow there was a big in the middle of the street. I'm heading to bed. All right, later, my friend. Did you like the hailstones? Yeah, those were just some significant chunks of ice falling from the sky. Yeah. Thick, sticky snow and ice rain. Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's not. It's still not great. It's not fun, but it's only a week or something. Oh, you're talking Ontario, yeah, because it's pretty thick, heavy snow out there too. I think, but prairie snow, it's all soft and fluffy and drifty, but there's a ton of it. Down here in Appalachia, they always plow across my driveway. Fine. Yeah, because a lot of places don't know how to plow snow. They plow it into the middle of the street, and then they plow through the big piles at the intersections, like you should do. And then if they get when the piles get too high, they just come around and they put it in a truck, take it away. Not sure these ones jump at you. Huntsmans are cool though. They're cool, but I just don't like the idea of it. Like, I'm not. There's that guy. I think that guy's dead. You guys remember when I was pointing out the spider? I'm pretty sure he's not alive. He hasn't moved. You there? I don't like when spiders don't move for a really long time. I don't know if they're alive anymore. I didn't kill him or anything. He's just like, he hasn't moved for weeks. Because spiders do that. They just like sit in one place for weeks. Plows all lined up, plowing side by side to carry it completely across all 4 lanes. Yeah, do it. Get it off of the... Andrew is in Minnesota too. Well, Minnesota. Didn't we figure out at one point that like 2 of you were like right around the corner from each other, and you were gonna go like meet at Rockler? I don't remember which 2 of you that was, but you were like, I know that Lowe's. Anyway, we're coming up on 3 hours. 721 Customs. That's who it was. So Minnetonka, Pittsburgh, Australia, a couple of stragglers from some other places. Funny how the world works at times. Funny. Yes, funny sometimes. Sometimes not so funny. But we're all just doing the best we can, right? And it's all we can do. Sometimes we have places, even virtual places, where we can just be cool and hang out and appreciate each other and not get sappy. Let's wrap it up. I'm gonna start to get all like, I appreciate you guys. Yeah, keep on keeping on, everybody. I'm gonna get back to work on the guitars Monday. Next week, so this coming week, I'm either gonna do a midweek show at some point to get some work done with you guys live on this guy, because this is the live show guitar. We're supposed to be doing this one together. And then this guy is for edited YouTube content purposes. So this guy is going to get caught up and then pass that guy. And then that guy is going to have to be done on live shows to get re-caught up to this guy. So we'll see how that ends up happening. Should have said serendipitous how we connect. There's a lot of good, cool things that happen in the world. This is one of those good, I like to think that this is one of those good, cool things that happens in the world. And if you agree, you come on back anytime. And head to patreon.com/wooden things and stuff. Oh, that one wasn't bad. If I wouldn't have started laughing. Smash the buttons and take care of each other. And we'll see you when we see you. Next Saturday again for sure. But maybe once in between now and then. I don't know. We never know, really. All we can do is the best we can do. That's it. Looking forward to it. Thanks again. Been watching from when you gave up the frog. That's a very Australian thing to say. I love that. That I gave up the frog. I got in my ute and gave up the frog. All right. Bye, everybody.